So we were continuing the module number 6, the fourth part of the module. In this we will see that what are the network security controls we have, in the OSI layer. If one message is passed from the sender to the receiver, if you see over here, the gray part is the encrypted one, okay, while the white is the message in the plain text. So if this is the way that how the networks passes the messages, so it means that the physical layer is protected while the other layers are is not protected. We need a protocol in which the other layers from application to another application layer are encrypted form, okay. So it means that at least from presentation layer, then session, transport, network, and data link, and then physical. And meanwhile in the internet, in the internet it should be protected, encrypted one. And while it is going back to the receiver, it should be in the protected form. So it means this is the end-to-end encryption. So the end-to-end encryption must be protected. So end-to-end means from the sender to the receiver, okay. And node-to-node means from one computer to another computer, from another to another one, and then another one. These are the different nodes: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the nodes, okay. So the node-to-node protection is done into the data link layer, while the end-to-end protection is done by the transport layer usually. So the encryption decryption is performed at the highest level, layer 7 application, or perhaps at layer 6 presentation of the OSI model. So it can be hardware or software. What does it mean? Like SSL for the secure browsing, and MIME as a multimedia for the secure email. Network security controls, yeah, firewalls plays a very important role for blocking and unblocking certain traffic, depending on the address header, or depending on the data header as well. Some of the firewalls are stateful, and some are static firewalls. So the stateful, it is more expensive and it gives the more in-depth checking, while another one, the static one, they see only the address header of the packet. So a firewall can be a device or it can be software that filters all the traffic between the protected or inside network and less trustworthy outside network. The primary function of the firewall is filtering, okay, where a router primary function is addressing. So router primary function is addressing, and firewall primary function is the filtering. So firewalls can also do the auditing, can examine the entire packet's content, that what is inside the contents, whether the data inside the contents is the malicious or the legal one, including the data protection as well. Firewall cannot protect inside host from attack originating from inside network. So the firewall only works in this way. If I see over here, the firewall only works when the data is coming from outside the internet to the inside the internet. If the data is coming from this computer to this computer, so it means the firewall cannot help you in this communication between these two computers. But firewalls can help you from the internet communication to this computer, or intercommunication to this computer or that computer. So if you see over here, okay, a firewall have a wide range of capabilities. What it can do? It can do packet filtering gateway or screening routers. Okay. It can check what is the source address, what's the destination address, and source port and destination port. It can do the stateful inspection. Stateful means not only the addresses but also the content as well, and the patterns. And the next one is the application proxy, means bastion host. It also check about what application should be allowed and what application should not be allowed. And then personal firewalls, depending on from computer to computer or on the personal level. Each type performs different function. No one is completely right and others are wrong. Okay. So different firewalls perform the different kind of functions. Packet filtering, what it does, if you see over here, this is your local computer, Okay, this is local computer, this is your packet filtering gateway, and this network is blocked by who? By the firewall. This one is accepted, it is not blocked, so you can do communication with this one. And the telnet is also seems to be blocked, okay, by the firewall. And here you can see over here, this is the general demonstration of the different networks. It is mostly unlabeled. So make decision based on the header of the packet, source and destination address, and port number. Port numbers can be used to determine the type of the packet. Yes, example like 80 for the web and 52 for secure headers. SSH, allow web but not the SSH. So it means by this way the firewall can allow only the 80 but not the SSH. Packet filters do not see the inside the packet. So packet is generic, it's not stateful. So ignore the packet payload. Payload means the extra data with the address. Thus cannot perform the sophisticated filtering. Of course, packet filtering is not that much super or strong. Can drop some of the spoof traffic. Can drop packets originating from inside the, for example, our university website, the source address from the outside, and vice versa. Stateful inspection firewall. This is the most expensive, most powerful, and mostly recommendable by many organizations. So maintain state information from one packet to another in the input stream. When a client within the company opens a TCP connection to the server outside the company, firewall must recognize response packets from the server and let them go through. So it means it checks the payload as well. One classic attack approach is to break an attack into a multiple very short packets so that a firewall cannot detect the signature of an attack. So one of the technique to break the stateful inspection is to have the small packets. So the small packets, they cannot find the patterns. So the firewall may not have the reassemble the packets for the stateful inspection. Firewall application proxy. If you see over here, what do you mean by proxy? Proxy means, for example, if one student is not present and another student make attendance for that one, that is a proxy. Okay, but in case of firewall, let's see what the application proxy means. Specific for application, it is a two-headed device. It looks to the inside as it is the outside destination connection, while to the outside it responds just on the insider would. Has full knowledge about the communication and can perform sophisticated processing. Yeah. Example, FTP protocol might accept get commands, reject put commands, and filter the local response to a request to the list files. RDMS queries, database relational database management queries, restricting queries that return the mean of a set of fewer than the 5. So the application proxy firewalls, they have the capabilities to help the inside traffic as well as the outside traffic. So it means this is the most powerful, as similar like the stateful inspection firewall. It's a kind of a stateful inspection firewall, and it can analyze the contents. It does not allow the outside people to communicate directly to the insider, and also it does not allow the insider to communicate directly to the outside. So it's a mediator. The bad thing or the drawback of this application proxy firewall is that it's the performance. Sometimes some of the application cannot communicate to this one, or sometimes there is a bottleneck between the traffic, and the single point of failure can be over there. So it is a very best for security, but due to the performance issue, it can be a problematic as well. Now we go to the personal firewall. How you can enable the personal firewall? It's very easy. It's an application program that runs on the workstation to block unwanted traffic, usually from the network. Normally configured to enforce some policies. Computers on the company network are highly trustworthy, but outside the host are not. Can also generate log files. Recently, it is more common in software version in combination with the virus scanner, malware protection tools. Okay, so the different the different version of the malware's protection scheme or the antivirus, they also provide the firewall as well along with it. Or we can easily enable or disable the firewalls. If you see over here, Mozilla Windows Firewall with advanced security. If I just open it, the firewall, you will see that what are the feature it provides to you. Okay, now you can see over here the different this is a window firewall. You can see the inbound rules. Okay, this is the inbound rule that which, for example, for this Dropbox, what is the profile and what is enabled, what action, what it allows, what it disallows. Okay, what's the program, the local addresses, and the remote one. Okay, so it tells you about the different outbound traffic and inbound traffic ruling, at which thing is allowed and which thing is should not be allowed in it. Now you can hear Windows Firewall. You can see the status of your firewall. That look, the Windows Firewall is on. So it means my computer is more protected. Okay, and inbound connection that do not match to the rule are blocked. Outbound connection that do not match are allowed. Okay, so these are more specific ruling over here. Okay, if you can see some more features, okay, of it. For example, if you go to the options, changes to the view of the console file are saved in Proform. The files in your Proform that store these console changes are using the following amount of disk space on your computer. So it means they create some log file as well. You can delete the log files to permit this file so you can delete it, but for timing I might not need it, so I'm not deleting it. Okay, so there is more options you can see over here. Different connection use, security execution, and active firewall rules. Okay, so this is one of the different, and how you can you see the different rules of the firewall. To enable the firewalls, you need to go to the control panel. Okay, and the control panel, if you just press the F button. Okay, let me search where it is. Okay, if you see over here, you can, yeah, this is the firewall. You can see over here how the firewall is connected or not connected. Okay, for the home network, so you can turn the firewall on and off. Okay, so by this way, if you want to turn it off, you can make it off. Okay, by and then press OK, and since we need it, you can block some of the incoming connection and you can unblock it. Okay, public network location settings are there. So these are the different features you can allow and disallow it. So this is about the personal firewalls. Then we will go for the DMZ. Before going to the DMZ, I would like to show you about the telnet. Last time I just told that for just understanding, I put the connect, but the actual command is, if you see over here, is the open. For example, if I want to connect someone like 127.0.0.1, so it means it will go to for the connection. Okay, or if you see over here, so its command is not invalid now, but the connection is not possible now. If you say, for example, you can put some other IP address like other address 192.168.5.3, let's suppose. Okay, and you want to connect to that one, so it will keep trying on that one. I will show you the list of all the commands. Okay, for terminating the connection, we need the C. If you see over here, the C command is for the termination, and the O command is for open. So O is the short one. You can see over here, O. For example, if you want to connect the Redmond and with the port number, this is one of the example here. If you want to close it, so you need C Redmond. For Redmond is a you can replace with IP address, or you can give the name of a server as well. And you can see the different commands, echo command, term command. Okay, and this will help you if you practice over it. It is more helpful for you.